And I really liked what all of you have said here. When I was young, I want to give you this story before I read. I repeat what has been said here. When I was young, back home, we used to till land. We used to till land. When we used to till land, there was no payment. We would be invited, the entire village, go to the farm, till the farm and do it nicely, weed it well. And all we would be given is a meal. And that, in that case, a local meal. And that was it. Then you go home. And willingly, we would do it. However, today, this is not the case. We are losing volunteerism as we go along. Especially in our local communities, we are seriously losing the whole thing. Everything you want a young person to do, that young person will require a payment. I don't know whether this is only where I come from, but that is what is happening now. I really want to applaud our volunteers, what you are doing. It's really, really very good that you are able to volunteer. As a principal secretary in charge of volunteerism in this nation, we are losing it as we go along. That is why it is our responsibility, all of us, to come up and see whether we can resuscitate what we are losing. Back home, I sent a young man, please go get me water from the river. I assure you, that young man or young lady, the next question he'll ask me or she will ask me is, at how much? Ningapi? Hii ni tender, for those who understand that language. So we are losing it. Number two, I wanted to mention before I go to this speech that we need to quantify. We need to quantify what our volunteers are doing. Because what our volunteers are doing is huge. And it goes just unnoticed, and the volunteers are there, so what? And that is why we are coming with the legal framework to make sure that we capture what these good people called volunteers are doing. But I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, if we are not keen, we are losing volunteerism, especially in the rural areas. And I'm sure even in the town areas, the cities and the urban areas, we are losing it. So we have really to be careful to make sure that we don't lose this. I am honored to join you today at the United Nations Complex for the global launch of the International Year of Volunteers for Sustainable Development 2026. This occasion marks a renewed global commitment to a powerful force that strengthens nations, transforms communities, and accelerates development. Volunteerism in Kenya is deeply rooted in the spirit of Harambee, as Luis mentioned. Our ethos of shared responsibility and collective progress. Over time, this tradition has evolved into organized community of efforts, faith-based initiatives, civil society action, international cooperation, and structured government-led programs. Today, volunteerism flourishes across all 47 counties, powered by people of all ages, abilities, and backgrounds, for those who practice that. But as I said, we have to be keen on this for us not to lose our volunteerism efforts. Ladies and gentlemen, Our journey toward structured volunteerism began with the National Volunteerism Policy of 2016, Kenya's first framework for coordinating and recognizing volunteer work. Building on this foundation, my State Department has made significant progress in strengthening the legal and policy environment that supports and protects volunteers while safeguarding the rights of vulnerable populations. Over the past 2 years, we have delivered key national policies and legislation, including the Social Protection Policy 2023 and the Social Protection Act 2025, which firmly anchor social assistance, social security, and shock responsive interventions in law. We have also spearheaded the Persons with Disability Policy 2024 and the Persons with Disability Act 2025, both of which enhance inclusion, advance accessibility, and uphold the dignity and rights of persons with disabilities, whom, of course, you know about the caregivers, that our persons with the disabilities are people who need to be supported, not with a fee, but volunteerism. Today, we are developing a new forward-looking volunteerism policy that addresses emerging issues such as digital transformation, environmental sustainability, and climate resilience. This policy has undergone extensive stakeholder validation. As we advance to the next phase, we invite all partners to continue working with us. Beyond policy reforms, the State Department continues to strengthen flagship programs that rely heavily on community engagement and volunteer support. One such program is our Inua Jamii cash transfer, where caregivers and community volunteers play a central role in identifying vulnerable households, supporting registration and enrollment, and ensuring that beneficiaries remain connected to essential services. Over the past 2 years, we have made notable progress under the cash transfer, popularly known as Inua Jamii. We have onboarded 500,000 new eligible beneficiaries, cleared long-standing backlogs, and shifted fully to timely, transparent payments through our digital platform and M-Pesa, greatly involving efficiency and accountability. These achievements reflects the strength of community-driven systems and the vital role of volunteers and caregivers in reaching households that need support most. Ladies and gentlemen, as we usher in the International Year of Volunteers, Kenya stands ready to lead. We commit to strengthening systems and institutions, expanding opportunities for citizen engagement, and deepening collaboration with partners across all sectors. Above all, we commit to honoring, supporting, and protecting our volunteers. When I came in, the speaker who was here, I heard him say that we have lost 200 of our volunteers. That is quite unfortunate, very unfortunate. These are people who are giving themselves to serve, and when they lose their lives, it's quite unfortunate, and that must not be allowed to happen. Our distinguished delegates, allow me to pay special tribute to the Kenya Red Cross Society as it marks 60 years of remarkable services. Its volunteers continue to demonstrate courage, compassion, and an unwavering commitment to humanity. We celebrate their legacy and reaffirm our partnership. And you'll agree with me that the volunteering services that the Red Cross has done to this nation globally is enormous. In every volunteer across the country and around the world, we celebrate you. You are the hands of service, the voices of hope, the guardians of our environment, and the drivers of progress. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, I extend heartfelt appreciation to all partners, volunteer involving organizations, development agencies, academia, civil society, and government institutions represented in the National Planning Committee for your dedication to this process and your enduring commitment to volunteerism. With these remarks, I officially launch the International Year of Volunteers for Sustainable Development 2026. Asanteni sana, and thank you. May God bless you all.